What you out there? Yes, clear. Loud, clear.
Friendly fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
This is my flu game. This is my game 7 fucking.
This is your flu game?
This is my game 7. This is my flu game. I am running on fumes. Josh doesn't have water available in the studio. I haven't ate anything all day.
I don't think flu game was even a game 7.
I don't even know what flu game.
6.
It's a game 6. Doesn't matter.
Do you know what the flu game was?
Yeah, Michael Jordan had he had the flu, and then he put up like what 50 or 60.
Balled out. I don't think he had 50, but he
Something
played
like that.
really well. I don't know his numbers.
Yeah,
for
I'm
that
not
game.
a basketball guy. I
It
have
is funny
lately
to
been
be like, this is my flu game. I had kind of a busy day, and now I have to podcast.
I have to podcast 2 hours, no food, no shirt, no service, no problem. Let's
38
go.
in the
38
NBA
is pretty
finals
crazy.
is pretty crazy. I mean, that's one of the highest scoring NBA finals.
You just celebrated. Well, we both have celebrated.
Dude.
1 second. Let's get to my thing first.
We should talk about your thing first, but my thing is almost just as important.
Yeah, dude.
Josh is engaged.
I got engaged.
Yes.
I got engaged. I proposed to her on our 5-year anniversary, which is
Smart.
pretty crazy. Yeah, you know what it is? Well, you know what? Here's what I'll say so far. I love her so much. She's the love of my life. I can't imagine life without her. I will say nothing changed in a way that I thought. I built it up so long. I knew I was going to do this a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Like I had it. I made the decision about like a month after our 4-year anniversary. I was like, okay. And at
Yeah.
30 years we've been together. I'm 30 years old. We've been together for 5 years.
We've lived in all these different locations.
Yes,
Like, we've
everything
obviously stayed together.
So, yes,
like-
so I've built this thing up in my head, and then I was so nervous about it. We got the ring, we got this whole thing, we do the whole thing, and then I'm like scared. I don't sleep the night prior. I'm like, this is like it's building up. It's like a big moment in my life. I mean, this is like
It's huge.
It's like
I
one of
mean,
the
it's-
biggest things that I'll ever do.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I do it. I just do it. We're in our bedroom. I do it like I didn't want to.
Oh, okay. So I need to know. Yeah, I want to know how you did it because you initially told me. Can I say what you told me?
Well,
for
yeah,
the plan.
yeah.
The plan initially was that you were going to set it up like you were filming a sketch, so that you had friends there and so that you had it all recorded.
Yes.
And then after you said that to me, you said, and I might just also like film a sketch because I have all the people there. And then I was like, no, you can't. You have to pick one of the other. You can't You can't also film a sketch. It has to be a fake sketch.
Yeah, no.
Then you just did it.
Well, it was mainly because I thought more about what I wanted to do. The reason that I wanted to do the sketch thing was mainly because it would have been really cool to have, having 7 different camera angles of the proposal. It's like for her to have forever. And for us, and then of course I can get a sketch out of it too. And no, but
he's kidding.
I was joking. That was a joke. But then I thought, I don't actually want it. I talked to her too. She didn't want it public. And we had talked about that prior, like whatever. But then what I ended up just doing is we woke up and then just in the morning did it. Chris proposed in our room, and she basically rounded a corner. I'd asked her to come into the closet, and then I was like, have you seen, like, where is this shirt? And then tricked her, dumbass. And she turned the corner and but here's what's crazy is I built it up in my brain. I mean, for like I was losing sleep over it. Yeah. And then I propose. She's like, we have our, whatever, we have a moment. And then it's just sort of like,
do you want eggs?
Literally. That's exactly. And then I went, oh yeah, we just have to like go to Dillon Carlino's and record Feeling Girly. You know what I mean? It was just like back to normal life.
Yeah, I guess you don't really think about that.
No, it's like anything else.
Did she cry?
Yeah.
Did you cry?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I was like nervous because she started crying and I went, oh no.
Yeah, because then you go,
up.
am I supposed to cry too?
Well, I was sort of like,
did she just say yes, or did she say of course, or like yes, or what?
I
how
can
did
tell
you
you
ask? Did you say, will you marry me?
Yeah. I went, and then she rounded the corner thinking that I was just looking for a shirt. Boom.
Were you on one knee?
Yeah.
It'd be funny to do it on 2 knees.
Please.
Yeah, it does really change the vibe.
Please. It was so obvious that I was going to do it too. Like her mom randomly flew in a week prior to our 5-year anniversary, and that was to deliver the ring that we had customized in Florida that like she had to have fitted and all this all the rigmarole of all of it. But then then it was just so like It was beautiful. It was a beautiful engagement. I'm very happy with how everything played out and everything. But then it was just so.
But then like the dog has to go out.
Yes, yeah. It's
And
just so,
you
you're
have
just
to eat
like
breakfast,
back.
and then you have
Yeah,
to
you're
like
back
go
to-
record. You have to go record the pod.
Yeah, I'm just like back to sitting in front of Dillon Carlino reading messages of girls who are like, my boyfriend wants me to fuck him in the ass. Is he gay?
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there holding my fiance.
Yeah, you're like, like, this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life.
Yeah,
with.
we're like sitting there listening to like emails.
Yeah, and Dylan's like, girl,
Girl, yeah, Dillon, yeah.
She's like, I love you.
Dylan had a funny reaction because we didn't tell anybody, and then Dylan was the first person to know because it was just like boom, and then we were there early. So Ariel did a funny thing. She opened the door, or when she knocked, and then Dylan opened the door, and she went, and then put it in his face, and Dylan was like, ah! he bent over and was like screaming.
Exactly the reaction you want out of your gay friend.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Yeah, like that's exactly picturesque.
Yeah.
Moment of like,
Yeah,
and
very.
he is one of the girls.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
he's for the ladies.
He is for the ladies now. That's crazy.
We're for the boys.
Yeah, we're for.
We do have some trans listeners as well.
I'm out here for the they them.
The thussies.
The thussies.
We have our audience is like 90. It's like I think it's like 70% male, 28% women, and then 2% they them.
Interesting.
According to analytics on Spotify.
I didn't know analytics.
They be asking about them dicks and pussies.
Yeah, they want to know how you identify.
They go, you talk back right now?
Yeah.
You talk back?
Be honest. It's like
You concealed carrying?
You said woman. You said woman, but are you tucked? Do you have a permit for that thing?
You got a permit for all that thing? Yeah, I think that's funny to call it concealed carry. If you're a female to male or a male to female, you're concealed carrying.
And I have my concealed carry.
I'm concealed carry. It's tucked in my waistband.
I don't pull it out in public.
It's tucked in my waistband is crazy.
I think tucking up would be a crazy move.
Yeah. So that was that. We went out to eat afterwards to celebrate. We went out last
Where'd
night.
you go?
We went to we wanted to go to our favorite Thai place, but it was shut down. It was like it was like closed for the night. So then we went to the owner owns a second location, and we went there, which was better.
Where was it?
I'd have to tell you the name of it. I can't. I'd have to Google it. It's like it was Super Thai is the place that we like really fuck
Super
with.
Thai. I fuck with on Lamar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
And then and it wasn't like a big fancy. We weren't trying to do like a fancy thing. We were just like, this is our favorite spot, so let's just go here.
Yeah.
You know, we'll probably do like a fancy one again. Well, we just went to a fancy place for her mom being in town, whatever. So it was sort of just like, let's just go get food. And then we went there. It was closed down. And then the dude, I tell you what I saw. I witnessed a older Asian lady. I probably Thai. I would assume she's working at a Thai restaurant.
Yeah,
you could assume.
You
could assume. I know she wasn't Vietnamese. She didn't squat the entire time I was in there.
Yeah.
So she had to have been Thai, and she was, absolutely putting. It was a hell of a performance. There was 16 tables. She was manning them all by herself, and like
They're hard
speedily.
workers.
I was like, this is insane.
They're hard workers.
Like a white
She's
girl
probably
with like
104 too.
Dude, yeah, if a white girl with bangs would have been crying.
She would have had anxiety.
Yeah,
She'd
she
have
would
to go
have
to the bathroom to hit her vape.
Yeah, dude. This lady was
Do
like,
you think when a white girl goes to the bathroom to hit her vape, if she works at a Thai place or like an Asian restaurant, that she squats in the corner of the bathroom?
yeah.
That's pretty good, right? That's pretty funny. That's how they smoke.
Yeah, do they vape squatting?
I don't know if Asians vape. I mean, I know
I've never seen an Asian vape.
I know American Asians vape. I mean, I know a lot. But
Do you
like
know an
real
American Asian?
Asians, yeah.
No,
I
you
mean,
don't.
I know a
Prove
lot
it.
of.
Prove one. Show me one.
Josh, every Asian I know is an American Asian. Brandon Nguyen, I think he's an American Asian.
Who's
You know?
Brandon Nguyen?
He's my best friend from when I was young.
Yeah, does he go to another school?
No, he went to my school.
Oh, yeah?
He went to my
Where
school
is he
and
now?
His parents.
Wait, no, where is he?
He's in Oklahoma City. He
Not for long. I'm calling ICE.
owns and he's a citizen, which doesn't matter, I don't think. But I also don't think that's who they're after right now. Maybe that might be chapter 2. But right now they're on chapter 1 and they're pretty focused on. I mean, you might want to watch out, Kabaza.
Dude,
I know you've been here for a while, brother, but you keep calling your grandma abuela. They might
Yeah, bro.
They might come get you.
One
guys,
for
man.
me, one for you.
Yeah.
She gets on the bus with you.
Doing his bits. Yeah.
Dude, if I tell you what, if ICE came here, I would throw. If they came for Kabaza, it's war.
I would fucking.
It's war.
I'm so primed up watching TikToks. I'm ready to fight a law officer. I'm ready to fight an agent of
I'm
the,
ready to
of
pull
the
my.
state.
I'm ready to pull my phone out.
I'm ready to record and
What's
be
your
like,
name
don't
and badge
fucking
number?
do that.
Hey, you don't fucking touch him.
Hey, you don't fucking touch.
You don't fucking touch him.
What's your badge number?
He
I
pepper
don't have
sprays
to
you.
answer questions. Who am I?
Yeah.
Oh, am I being arrested? Oh, am I being placed under
Am I being
arrest?
detained?
Am I being detained?
Am I
No.
being- no,
Okay,
I'm
then I
not
don't have to
being-
answer your fucking question. Just if I watch enough First Amendment auditor videos, I know all my rights for like an hour and a half.
Dude, you know what's so funny? Because I'm big into, as many of you may know, I speak about it a lot. I'm big into like the psychology of criminals and like how they I like watching those videos of them like interrogating criminals and watching like the psychology, like the body language, the tells that people are like it's so interesting to me. I'm like, I was confident in myself where I went, I don't think I would fold under pressure. I like watched enough where I went, I think I could pull it off if I thought about it. Then I had an interview for well, I'll cut this part, but I'll tell you. But it was, and I had to kind of
10 minutes.
I had to kind of lie.
Yeah.
I couldn't look a motherfucker in the eye.
hard.
I was like,
It's
oh
hard.
fuck, I was sweating. I was like, oh God, what am I doing?
Yeah. Well, it's like I fold like so when I was driving back to Austin, it was like a month ago or whatever, but I got pulled over on the highway. I knew I was going the speed limit. I had my thing set. I saw the state trooper. I had the thing set. I went from the outside lane to the inside lane. I know I used my blinker. And they pulled me over and they said it was for my blinker. And I said, no, I used it. And then he was like, well, you have to have it on for 100 feet. Maybe you didn't hit it long. Like they were just pulling people over driving through there. And they asked us some questions.
He went, wait,
They
are you Native American at all?
Yeah.
Get out of the fucking car.
Get out of the fucking car.
Get in
We're
this
sending you.
bus.
We're sending you back to where you came from.
Yeah, are you Native American? Yeah, we're sending you to El Salvador.
Yeah, excuse me. We're gonna send you back to Oklahoma.
We're gonna send you back to where you came from, El Salvador.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
But
no, it's a problem.
But I folded, and like the reason is like, well, this is a part of the problem, is that I knew I didn't have drugs in the car. I knew there was nothing illegal in my car. I knew I hadn't done anything illegal. I knew that if it came down to it, whatever the ticket was going to be, I could challenge it, and on their dash cam, you would see me use my blinker. And then they didn't even do anything. They just gave me a warning. It wasn't a big deal. But they were just fishing for something, and I allowed it all to happen instead of pushing back at all.
Well,
and that's privilege, is what that is.
Well, it's not only it's not privilege. I think it's just what's the benefit?
Well, that's the thing.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Get them?
Yeah, the thing is like I could push back, and they could have written me a ticket for those things, or I could have left with a warning that I threw away when I got home and doesn't matter at all.
Well, that's why you
so
go.
It's tough. It's tough because you want to push back. You want to go, really, Officer Ramos?
Yeah.
Here. You know what I mean?
You get pulled over. You go, oh man, oh man, I was just at my uncle's house. He's a cop too. And then
yeah, he's a cop too.
Where are you coming from? Oh, I was at my uncle just retired from the San Antonio
lying
PD.
about things that doesn't
even make
not
sense.
real. Yeah.
He's like, San Antonio PD. I just transferred from there. Who's your uncle?
Fucking.
Well, you just go.
No, he's my TO.
Yeah, no, it's
fucking.
It's his Sergeant Lopez, and he'd be like, oh yeah. Which one?
yeah.
Which one? There's 17 of them.
You know which one.
That's that's what's the funny thing about the military too, is that the Marine Corps, I mean, they're sending the Marines to LA. Every Marine I know is Mexican.
Yeah.
Every Marine I know gained citizenship through joining the Marines.
Real?
It's like they're sending their
crazy.
cousins to go be like in LA.
Yeah, imagine
they're literally just like hanging out. They're having family reunions.
They're
That's all that they're
barbecuing.
doing.
They got the Weber out.
Yeah, dude. They're fucking
Like, don't even worry about it, fool.
It's a fiesta, man.
Yeah. So I'm actually under the. I think that my thing was bigger than your thing, because I cried multiple times. I cried today about it. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA championship.
Yeah, congrats.
I was there. I rioted.
You didn't
in
say
the
congrats to me for the
streets.
fucking.
I mean, everybody.
Everybody can get engaged. Not everybody can win a championship, okay?
Yeah.
Not everybody can win a championship.
It's y'all's first, right?
It's our first, dude. It was
my first engagement, too.
So sick, but it
First
could,
and only.
yeah, you know,
First and only.
Yeah, the difference. We might have more. You will probably only have this one.
I will only have
I,
this one.
yeah, probably.
I'll probably die 40.
Yeah,
years
you'll
old.
probably already only have this one.
I won't. I will only have this one.
Well, yeah, you probably.
I don't like this bit.
You never know.
Not statistically, but probably.
Statistically,
It's a statistic anomaly.
it's not in your favor. But dude, it was so sick. It was Game 7, so it came down to the wire, and then went out after. People are in the streets honking and running around. A guy climbed up on a light pole. We're chanting. I'm running into people I know, giving them hugs like I love them. I'm just like, fucking so good to see. You know what? I immediately turned into like drunk guy who runs into his friend. And I'm sober, but like I was so filled with joy that I was every person I saw I loved. They were my best
You
friend.
hugging people?
I'm hugging strangers. I'm high-fiving strangers. It was oh man, I cried. I cried twice. It was pretty intense. I went to the parade.
Now, how do you feel about Halliburton's injury?
That I will say this. That was even in the moment, knowing that we still could lose the game. As somebody who's played sports and is just like a fan of the sport,
so sad, dude.
That is the saddest possible thing that could have happened.
The stakes in which it happened were the worst that it could have.
Yeah, and the thing is he knew that he was playing with a risk of that happening.
Yes,
he's had a straight, but it's Game 7 of the NBA
You
Finals.
have to.
You play through that every time. It sucked. I mean, I am relatively impervious to the OKC Thunder hate because almost not everybody who's hating, it's all based in what ifs and allegations that are not backed by statistics in any way.
Like the free throw
like
merchant.
the free throw merchant and the fouls being uneven. And it's like, it's this thing as if people pretend like we weren't the best team in the league the entire season. That's the thing that pisses me off is people act like we didn't like. I think we had like a 64 win season.
68.
68. There's only 4 other teams that have done that. We had Shea, who was not only the MVP of the finals and the MVP of the regular season, but also the scoring champion. Like we put up numbers and like we lost to an Eastern Conference team one time all year. And then everybody's like, well, if Halliburton hadn't gotten hurt, you guys wouldn't have won. And it's like, but you can't say that. We won 3 other games before that, and he was in all of those.
That's true.
It's just like, whatever. The fact is like, I was filled with so much joy that none of that of that matters to me.
No.
You know, and if you look back, it's like, in every championship run of any team, the Steph's Warriors had to face an injured this person faced an injured this person.
It's a long season.
It's just how it goes. The season's too long. That's another topic that we could talk about.
The
season's too goddamn long. But yeah, dude, it was.
Yeah, dude. Well, I think about how gassed I get just fucking putting in work at LA Fitness once in a while, and I go, imagine having to do that every day.
Dude, when I play golf like 3 days in a row, I'm like, wow, I'm
gassed
beat.
out.
And these guys are playing 48-minute fucking basketball games.
Dude,
it was nuts. It was so sick.
You went to the parade and everything?
We went to the parade. I stood there for hours to watch the float go by for 10 minutes.
Did you make eye contact with anybody?
You know what's actually really cool is that there were multiple people who I know personally that I grew up with who are a part of the parade. One of my buddies is like on the staff. I forget exactly what he does. So he was up on like one of the buses, like fucking.
And you're like, Chandler!
I was like, oh, Luis, whatever. And then one of my buddy's little brothers who I grew up with is they call him the storm chaser. It's like the hype guys who run around the fucking stadium during the game. So he's on a bus.
Such a fucking lame job. Get loud!
It is, but dude, he gets
I'm 29!
he gets a ring.
What?
Oh.
He gets a ring. The storm chaser gets a fucking NBA championship ring.
Fucking sick. I take back what I said.
That's worth it, bro. And he got to go. I mean, the parade was fucking nuts. It was.
Dude, well, I think a thing that I've thought about before would be like, how sick would it be to make content for? Like, I have a friend that a kid I went to high school with made content for LSU. He's like a content creator for the LSU football team, and he was there for the Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Joe Burrow run. So he's like, they like follow him on Instagram. And I'm like, yeah, that would be so sick. But then I think about like being in the edit bay. And then like when you're like sitting there and clicking and dragging and you're like, you can clearly see Joe Burrow like looking at you like, what the fuck are we? He like actually hates you.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
Yeah, this kid always asks me like, what my like. Oh, you know how they give athletes puzzles and shit? They'll be like, have you seen that new trend? It's like, imagine having to be that guy.
Yeah.
You like walk up to Joe Burrow and you hold him a thing where it's like, a man is murdered and there's a puddle and there's no weapon. What did he do? And Joe Burrow's like,
he hung himself.
dude,
it was an ice block. I've seen this one before. Or whatever. Yeah. They do have to do silly shit for content, but there was a guy who
can
does
you
like
jump rope with one arm? Joe Burrow, here you go. And he's just like,
that does, yeah.
he's just like, dude.
You got to be the guy.
I have to be nice to you,
It's crazy
too.
that's where content is, where it's just like
Yeah,
an NBA team needs to make reels and TikToks.
Dude. Yeah, nobody's thinking about how nuts that is.
Is the millions of dollars?
Not enough.
Hey, by the way, people know about the team. Like I don't think there's anybody living in Oklahoma City who is like, you know what I found out about on TikTok? Did you know that we have an NBA team and that our point guard can do a hopscotch blindfolded? Did you know that? Like, nobody finds that out that way.
Yeah, it's such like, what's the best case scenario? You go, I like this personality. I'm gonna go watch him play. I guess that's the thought process. It's like marketing,
but it's just it is. It's
but
all
it's like,
marketing.
who is it for?
That's what I don't know.
Because nobody who watches that is going to become a fan of the NFL or the NBA.
Right. Like nobody who finds out about it that way, like they were like, I was missing out on professional basketball this whole time. I didn't even know it existed. It's
I'm
crazy.
so glad I got to see him do the cha-cha slide.
I will say this: independent editors putting together like highlight videos and we had one of our guys gave a speech who's been there for a couple years. Like, we were really bad like 4 or 5 years ago. Our GM Sam Presti like rebuilt our team, like basically started from scratch and rebuilt our team, and we were like a 25-win team. Like it was like crazy. And he gave this speech about like they thought we were too young. They called us the black hole of the NBA. And just 4 years later, when they talk about us, no. we got some white boys going nasty on our team, dude.
There's a lot of black holes too, though.
There are a lot of black holes technically, yes, but they're just, dude, these hype videos make me so hyped. They make me cry, dude. So there's a picture. It's on my story right now, actually, of the bus of the parade where it started, which is at the Oklahoma City Memorial. It's this huge memorial for the bombing that happened in 1995, which was like a domestic terrorist act. Like, it was like it's akin to 9/11, less casualties, but same kind of thing.
Right, and it was in OKC.
It was in OKC.
So it's a lesser deal.
And it was, yeah, of course. And it was,
nobody cares.
It was 30 years ago. And the bus that they're on has the number 30 on it because all these buses are numbered. And they're framed perfectly in the memorial. And you can see the team, and like Shay's got his hands up. Like, dude, it is the most chilling picture I've ever seen. Dude, it is so it's so sick. It's the one makes you go, I'm so fucking proud to be from Oklahoma City. Like, dude, it's just like,
weird.
I've never been happier to be a fucking Oklahoma City born and raised.
You know
guy.
what happens? Yeah, I agree with that. I think that shit is sick. Like, I remember watching the Minneapolis Miracle happen, and I was like ripping my shirt off at a bar, and everybody's like, "Wah!" And you go, I don't even live in Minneapolis. I just am near it.
Yeah.
What was crazy about it is it's not like, if it wasn't for these outlets, right? If we had never became a society, instead of watching like OKC versus like the Pacers, what it would be like your 12 biggest guys going to war with their 12 biggest guys.
It'd be Coliseum shit.
Yeah, you'd be like watching your fucking favorite athlete you'd be watching Brian Urlacher versus Jay Cutler and bare knuckle boxing to the death.
I bet it would be the same people.
It would be.
You know, it would be all those
huge,
insanely
dudes,
big,
athletes,
jacked, athletic guys. You'd have a couple fast ones. You'd have a couple big ones.
But you also could get those little fucking scary little featherweights that are like
quarterbacks would be out of it.
Quarterbacks
entirely.
out of it. DNs are where it's at.
Yeah, you want a DN or like a
might be
middle linebacker.
Yeah, I think DN probably would be the one that you want, like one of those like the ones that drop back into coverage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the edge rusher.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
There's
like
a couple
Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
Myles Garrett, and you put him in a Coliseum.
There's a couple centers in the NBA I think could do it. Like Joker.
Yeah,
he looks like he could just rip your arm out of the socket if he wanted to.
I wonder, because I know they do a Pro versus Joe when it's like athletic challenges and whatever. They should just go the Joker fighting a 5'7" kid who's been boxing for 4 years.
Well, this comes back to our. You know what this?
Do you think he would win?
You know what this is related to? It's one of our greatest arguments of all time, which we did off pod. But
by greatest, he means he stopped in the middle of the highway to turn back and yell at me.
It was an access road, but I did slam the brakes.
He slammed the brakes because he couldn't get over the fact that he was wrong.
The argument,
by the way,
was: do you think you're gonna have to maybe help me with the year? Somebody who has been training boxing, right?
Yes.
For 10 years. Do you think that 1 out of 10 times he could lose to somebody who's been training jiu-jitsu or MMA for 2 years?
No, it was 1 year. It was 1 to 10.
Okay, 1 year. 1 year of training jiu-jitsu compared to somebody who's been boxing for 10 years. In a street fight, do you think that the jiu-jitsu guy could win 1 out of 10 times?
I mean, 1 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah, so see, this was my argument. And to be fair, we were also in the car. Josh was drunk, my brother was drunk, and I think Jack was drunk.
Jack was drunk too.
And Jack has been boxing for his entire life. So, and he's maybe the most opinionated person I've ever met. He refuses to budge on any of his beliefs if he's firm on it and it's not like based in fact. This is kind of opinion. But I was just like flabbergasted that they wouldn't give me 1 out of 10. That a jiu-jitsu guy could maybe take down the boxer, and then on the ground it's over. That was my whole argument, is that the jiu-jitsu guy could 1 out of 10 times get the boxer to the ground, and then once it's on the ground, it's over.
I still think that the scariest thing I've ever seen as an adult man is when Jack has like shadow boxed at me and like actually went full speed. I went, there's zero chance.
Right.
Like I was like, there's zero fucking chance. I couldn't even like duck out of the way. He would have landed everything.
Sure, yeah. No, I mean...
If they're close to each other, though, they're in a packed bar or something like that.
So that's the thing. We're talking about like a street fight, and I was like, well, what if it was a takedown? What if it was a shoot? And the argument back was like a boxer's footwork, he would never get taken down. And I'm like, that just can't be true.
I just don't know enough about... Here's the thing. I've never trained anything. I will never train anything. I just, in my head, when I saw Jack throw punches at me, and I went, he could probably just do whatever.
Yeah, well, I've seen videos of Evan. My brother was there, who has been training jiu-jitsu for a couple years now. And he's a built fucking dude.
Yeah, your brother scares the shit out of me.
He's jacked. He's not scary, but
Well, if he's drunk, he's scary. You get his eyes start going in different directions. He starts getting a little scary to me.
He gets those shark eyes and starts.
He goes. Oh, I could kill you. No, you couldn't stop me.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Is I've seen videos of him rolling, and when you're like the just manipulation of another person's body into them just being like tapping is crazy, and it doesn't look like a lot, but it was. It was a lot. But we were in this argument. We were leaving downtown. And I was on one of the side roads getting onto the highway, and we were screaming at the top of our lungs in the car. And at one point, green light and everything, I just slammed the brakes and started screaming at maybe Josh or Jack in the back seat.
Both.
It was
Well, Jack also did.
dramatic.
I can't remember. I was talking about this, how funny this was. I don't know if you remember. We came to Austin to visit in... I don't even know, August maybe.
Yeah,
no,
maybe
or no,
July.
it would have been when we first moved here. So like I think it would have been like October of like 2 years ago. And somebody pisses Matt off in traffic, and Matt decides to full slam on the brakes.
Oh.
Matt fully slams on the brakes, and then this kid pulls up next to us, and he's like, "Go!" Like he's like telling everybody to he's like telling us to go pull over because Matt is. Every car, because this kid like pissed Matt off and honked at him, Matt, all lights are green. We're in the center of the 3 lanes. Matt just decides to sit there and then reverse the car, slowly backing into that guy as all the other cars are going forward and everybody's blaring their horn, and Matt is just turned around looking at the guy. So then the guy pulls over, and then Matt pulls in front of him. So the guy tries to go around, Matt cuts him off. Then the guy comes back around and Matt cuts him again. And then eventually that passes, and Matt's just like pissed, staring at the guy, and the guy pulls up next to us, and he's mad, and they're full screaming at each other, and the guy's like, "Let's go fucking fight, let's go," and he's telling him to like pull over, and then Jack in the back, our Navy SEAL roommate, goes, to the guy. He fucking puts his hand and goes "Bleh," like a child to the guy, and then the guy goes, "I'll shoot you."
Yeah, he starts holding up a gauntlet. And then we had to dip.
Because Jack, that's so the power of the raspberry is insane. Everything that's like a raspberry.
Oh yeah,
everything was going fine. Jack hit him with a 5-year-old comeback on and the guy was like, "I'll kill your family."
Jack hit him with a "I know you are, but what am I?" And it made the guy go, "I'm gonna kill you. I have to be violent now.
Pull a gun out now."
It is crazy. I always think about like what would have happened if I'd just been like, "All right," and just pulled over.
I think we would have got shot.
Do you think? I think he probably wouldn't have shot us, but he probably would have pulled a gun.
Yeah, he probably. I mean, I don't know. I've seen so many videos of traffic. I mean, road rage is nuts. How people just go. Dude. There's something about you know what it is? I think people take. This is why I think road rage exists. Is I think people take it personally. Like they think that you're valuing your time more than theirs.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody cuts you off and you go, "Who the fuck does this motherfucker think? Oh, you got somewhere to be? Like I don't have somewhere to be? Oh, you think you're more important than me?"
People take it personally, and then there's also the thing, it's similar to the internet where it's like the car creates this like
safety net.
Safety vortex around you where it's like, but it's not me. And then you start acting wild. And then people go, "If you want to get out of the car, I'll shoot you." And you go, "Oh, fuck. I forgot that people are crazy."
Forgot about that.
One of my buddies who used to live he lives here, but he was on like a highway in Houston. Similar thing. People were just whatever, and he cut him off. And then the guy pulled up next to him, and he was driving like this, and he just pulled out a fucking sawed-off shotgun like this.
You go, holy.
And then he just like slammed his brakes. He was like, "Fuck this, dude. I'm out." That's crazy. And that's why I won't have a gun. There is a likelihood that at some point I'd be like, "You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it." But there's a chance where I'm like, it's in the glove box. Yeah. How about this?
How about that? Oh.
Because what matters to me most is just winning those. It's not that I actually want to be violent. I don't want to fight anybody ever. I was in a situation this weekend where somebody was being crazy towards me when I was out after the game. I was at like a nightclub, which was so gay, but it was so fun. I'm like,
do you think about
well, dude, what it was is we wanted to go out, but the night before we had seen this DJ who's in OKC, and he played, it was like after all the time of existing as an adult, I finally found a DJ who played good music that I liked. And then they were like, "We're going to this club. He's there again." And I was like, "Bet, okay, I'm down." Because it makes me enjoy it because they're playing songs I actually like. But the songs that I like being played in a club do not create a safe environment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
These
we were in that.
Love salsa.
Yeah, shit like that, and I love it. But yeah, but somebody was acting fucking froggy because I went with my friend. Who I went with my friend who I grew up with, like somebody that we went on, like her family and my family went on like vacations together. Like I've known her since I was like 13. What?
Did she ever finger you?
No, she never fingered me.
Okay.
No fingering has ever been involved. And her ex was there and saw us walk in together with like 4 other people, mind you. And he was not having it. He was very upset, and he made sure that I knew that. It was so
What did he
crazy.
say? How did he say it?
Well, he came up to her and was yapping, and then he got in my face, and he was being passive. He was like, "Oh, appreciate you coming out the other night," because I did a show at some shitty place, some fucking other club that ended up being pretty fun. But he was like, "Yeah, you're funny. I actually liked like 2 of your jokes." Like being passive. And then he was like, "Oh, did she not tell you that's my place? I own that place." And I was like, "Oh, cool, like whatever." And then he like followed us around the whole night, like very obviously. At one point we went to get water, and he was just like looming in the background. And luckily I made friends with the young Mexicans around me, and dude, they were amped. I mean, they had their shirts off, they had ski goggles on their head. These were dangerous people. And at one point, one of them looked at me and he's like, "He does anything, he's getting beat the fuck up." And I was like, "I like you. I like having these kids
Mexicans
around
are loyal.
Me. Dude, loyal
Mexicans
to me."
Are loyal.
And maybe they caught a glimpse of my mustache and tattoos, and they thought, this is just a big one of us. You know what I mean?
I don't. This is a big one of us. This is this is our Yao Ming.
This is our Yao Ming. But we walked to get water at the bar, and he followed. I mean, I'm talking like behind me.
What's this guy look like? Is he taller than you?
About your height.
Beat his ass.
Stocky beard, just like a classic douche. I don't know how else to describe it.
He tried to belittle what you did makes me want to go
Well,
there.
what I wanted to do is be like,
Oh, thanks. I do this for theaters.
I heard your DJ set after was sick, or whatever. He does like house music. It's a fucking loser. Like, and
he's listening.
So,
by the way.
Listen, I hope you're fucking listening. You're a fucking loser.
And by the way, she did finger Matt.
Yeah. By the way, no, she did finger me whenever we were in Colorado when we were 14.
Yeah,
that'd be a crazy time for a boy.
Stinkhole. A boy getting fingered. I don't like that.
That never happened. I don't.
Boy getting fingered.
I don't even want to put that on record. That never happened.
Yeah,
so,
not once, twice.
No. But he followed us over to the bar, and at one point we're standing, and
this guy pisses me
she's
off.
getting water, and we're standing like right next to each other, and our hands are hanging next to each other, and he just bumps mine. Doesn't like shove me, doesn't just kind of like wants to make contact with me. And I won't say I squared up to him, but I turned my body parallel to his. He was standing like this, I was standing next to him, and I turned like this, and I went, "Are you good?" And he went, "I'm good." And I was like, "Just checking." And he was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "I'm great." And he was like, "All right, cool." And then he left.
And you never saw him again?
I didn't see him the rest of the night.
Follow him on follow him on
you.
Instagram. Let him know that you're thinking about it still.
Fuck you.
He wanted this.
Yeah.
You should have you should have dogged her out.
I'm just not
Out of principle.
No.
I don't care if you know him. You went, this is what he's afraid of. I'm going to give it to him and I'm going to send him. Take a Polaroid if she's consenting.
Snapchat?
Yeah,
No,
sent him.
that's crazy,
As long as
Josh.
consent is involved, you should have gotten revenge.
Yeah, listen. It's fine. It was enough.
Have her on camera licking your butthole. There's nothing worse to a man than watching. Imagine you think like a girl, like, oh, you found out your girl cheated on you. Imagine if this girl that you're in love with still there's a video of her licking your rival's butthole.
Your rival.
And then you text, and then you send it to him with the caption, "Didn't wipe today, LOL." And then guess what? Guess who's gonna quit making DJ music? Gonna drive to Austin, try to kill you. Guess who's gonna run into?
Guess who publicly
posts? On Bucked Up.
Yeah.
I'll bite that motherfucker's neck off, dude.
Oh, dude, so good. Me on Bucked Up. I will say it was one of the nights where I was like, I wish Evan was here. Evan was with us the night before, but he left.
Evan just
I was
fucking
like,
trying.
I would have felt so safe with Evan there. He's not a psycho, but it's like, I know that he is prepared. I know he's prepared to submit this man. And there's nothing worse. Like, I would rather get teed off on and get knocked out than have another man be like, go to sleep. Go to sleep. I just have to be like, please. And he's like, no taps in the street, brother. Just put me out.
We're not in the dojo right now.
Yeah, it was crazy. It also made me realize, like, people go out and shit like that happens all the time. People fight and all that. I'm like, damn, I just like don't.
We should do jujitsu.
It did actually. There was a part of me that was like, even though I'm much bigger than this man, I'm not going to fight him. That's the thing. It's like,
yeah, there's no point.
Unless like
you just fuck his
all I would have to do
is stinky little hole.
All I would have to do is
stink box.
Keep him from knocking me out long enough for my Vatos to hop in. Because they were red, dude. They
Vato,
were ready.
You won't believe what I
Bro,
saw.
They were
guy in the act real hard.
That was such a good song. They were like pouring shots of Patron into each other's mouths. Like they had tied one on and they were ready to go. They had their ski goggles on. It was a fashion trend that I don't understand, but I don't not like. I like it.
The ski goggles.
Ski goggles on the side of the head. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make fucking sense.
It doesn't make sense at all, but I like it. And that's all that matters is that you like it, you know?
I don't get that. There's other ones that I don't get either. What's up with these people sagging their pants? No.
What's up with these guys sagging their pants? The
other thing that I
Cam Patterson's really starting to piss me off with his ass out all the time.
There is one that what can't I think of it? There's one that I just saw. My little cousin is wearing a fucking, I get it, I guess. I don't, and this is me being so out of touch and being an old guy now. I don't like the fucking strapped tight fucking fanny packs on your chest super tight.
That's
I don't get it.
I will say, as somebody,
just wear it around your waist.
Now that I wear cargo pants all the time, having extra pockets and extra carriers
for the blicky,
I do understand.
Yeah, you gotta have your everyday carry.
Now that I'm strapped up all the time. Yeah, you guys thought I'm wearing cargo pants for fun. I have a tiny little pink gun in there. I have a tiny little.
And that DJ's wife's gonna lick it later.
It's not his wife.
pink gun.
They like dated briefly, like recently, and
God,
it was like a whole thing.
she wants you so fucking bad.
It was crazy, dude.
Did she tell you that she wants you?
No. It's
Be honest.
Josh, she's my friend.
I want to make love in this club.
She is my.
She goes up to the
friend.
DJ and she's like, "Can you please play this?" And it's
Yeah.
you know, what would be a good one? What's a good one? That one. Love me,
Yeah,
say that you love me, fuck me in the butt, just fuck me. I
That's it.
don't queef
that
if
Gwen
you
Stefani?
fuck me in there.
Is that? It's not a queef technically.
No, it's a fart.
It's technically
you're
a
blowing
fart.
that. You're blowing that ass out, boy.
Yeah,
You talking
right.
about a hollow motherfucking butthole, boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to motherfucking turtle supplements,
Anyway,
man.
shout out to OKC. Shout out to the weekend that I had. It was an interesting.
Shout out to
weekend
the
for me.
weekend.
Shout out to the weekend.
Keep making music. We enjoy it.
Stop making movies.
Stop-
They're bad. But
The
stop-
shows are sick.
Stop acting.
I like a good movie where you just see Johnny Depp's daughter with her tits out the whole time. That was a good show.
Pretty cool, I guess.
Did you see that show?
Yeah,
Dog shit.
it was awful.
But I love the tits.
Yeah, we love tits.
Big tits. Big tits. There's
We're
a
a big tits pod.
big tits bod. We like small.
More of an ass though. I think.
Yeah, more of an
I think
ass.
we're like a small perky tits pod.
We're perky tits. We like perks.
Love a perk tit.
We love perk 30, perk
Forget
titty.
a perk 30. I'm all about those perk tits.
Perk
dog.
titty. I
Yeah.
got perk titty. I like a little small little mouthful of titty, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Type to use
man.
as a toothpick type shit.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you ever dance? Well,
You know what?
because I danced this weekend and I realized it's fun. Dancing is fun.
What would you? What was the song that got you going?
Oh, dude. I mean, well,
Let's just let me see
you
them.
want me to dance?
Let me see some of the moves.
I turned up pretty hard.
Is this what you're doing?
Not quite that. Maybe a little bit of that. I don't know that you're going to be able to recreate my dance moves with your rhythm. That's not bad. You're making like a sarcastic face, though.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, yeah.
Like
I
you're
mean, you
making
dancing.
you're making a face like you're not serious about it, which is actually exactly what I do. I'm always kind of like, I'm doing this. I'm being silly. I'm never like, yeah. Or I would
Cut that.
There was no. Leave that in for sure. I would put my sunglasses on inside and then just stand still and sing all of the lyrics. That was a move that I was enjoying when it was like rap that I really liked.
I don't think it's a dance
No,
move.
it wasn't. But it was a move that I was doing. It wasn't a dance move.
Gotcha.
It was just a move. Or me and my brother, I would randomly have
that girl lick your ass.
like just spread cheek. I would randomly just
like spread
like
cheek.
just kind of like step back and shoot a shot. And
That's
we'd
good.
play.
I like that one.
That was.
Did you ever get that shit out of here?
I sent his shit packing a couple times,
Yeah.
dude, and he didn't know it. He thought it went in, but he wasn't.
No,
watching.
he had no idea that you
Right,
caught boards.
or I would hit him with and he would think he would jump up and act like he blocked it, and I'd be like, "That's a pump fake, idiot." Left,
Boom.
left, fucking
Fell
dumb.
right for the fucking
You
bait.
fell right for the pump fake. A real move I used to do all the time, by the way.
Yeah, you sneaky.
You dribble, you fake this way, up this way, under when they jump up, left hand finish.
Now, would you consider that outsmarting them?
Yes, that's me using good technique and footwork because it was all I had.
Would you call those the fundamentals?
I would say
and not God-given ability.
I would say good footwork is a fundamental. I do when it comes to touch around the rim. That is a God-given ability for my shot to be soft,
Little floater.
just a little.
I want to get
soft.
so nasty at sky hooks that it's like a problem.
Have you been practicing?
I've practiced a little bit of sky hooks.
Skyhooks are hard.
I'm in the
man.
gym and I'm at LA Fitness after I do legs. I'll do my abductor workouts, my abductor, and then now my hips are in it. Now my hips are loose.
Okay.
Now I'm getting on that court.
Now, are you
And I'm-
practicing just right hand?
I'm doing just right. And then here's the thing: you don't need to know 1,000 shots. You need to know one shot 1,000 times.
I don't know. It depends what you're trying to accomplish.
I'm trying to be sick.
If you're trying to be sick at skyhooks, then you're right.
I'm doing it in unnecessary angles. I'm hitting them from threes. I'm doing threes. I'm doing close. I'm doing step back three. I'm doing step back fades.
You're doing
I'm
are you telling me you're doing a step back skyhook?
I'm doing a fadeaway skyhook and I'm announcing it. I go skyhook every time.
Yeah, you have to. Are you alone in the gym when you're doing this?
Yeah, sometimes.
Are you
Jack
ever?
has dished them back to me a couple times.
Okay, nice.
And here's the thing. I'm gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I want to go to LA Fitness, and I want the short Mexican guys who play against the tall black guys to pick me first.
You want to be on the short Mexican team, not the tall black team.
Oh, I want to be one of the team. I want
on
one
the
of
tall
those.
black team, they're not going to pass you that ball.
But then they'll see the value I have.
Once you knock
I have
down,
precision.
You're going to have to hit 3 sky hooks because the first one they're going to see is lucky.
Luck.
The second one they're going to go, I can't believe he got lucky twice. The third one they're going to be like, this white boy might have some motion. This white boy might have. This white guy.
He got a
might,
little drip.
He might have, as a bit, practiced a sky hook for 6 months.
I mean,
to do what he's doing
it's
right
only been
now.
it's only been about 2.5, 3 weeks.
Okay, that's still a lot.
I want to show up at the Comics basketball games that we haven't been to. I haven't been to one in
I've never
year.
been to one. I'm in both group chats. I'm
in both, and I've only been. I went one time when we first moved here. I went, this would be a good networking opportunity. And then Brian with an eye got his shirt off and got close to me sweaty, and I went, I don't think I'll ever come back here.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do your fucking Wednesday show either, dickhead.
He did lay it on, yeah. And then
He
we
never
made friends.
invited-
And then we made friends with Brandon. It's like we don't even need you anymore.
Oh, no.
This is a little inside baseball.
And inside baseball.
But yeah.
And I remember I met Spencer there, and Spencer,
I remember that.
Spencer had, I went, oh, he's got a nice body.
Yeah. Listen.
Whoa.
No, you can act weird about it. Spencer
got
does
a nice
have,
body.
Dude,
So you guys play shirts versus skins.
at some point.
Well, we did whites versus blacks.
Yeah, which was
Shirts versus skins.
it was us running practice. There was no black people there. Was there a black person?
Yeah, there
there
was a
that
bunch
day?
of black people.
Oh, not that day. There weren't for sure.
Jordan McDaniel.
I don't know who that is. Who's Jordan McDaniel? Is that a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Frizzy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He was
Jordan.
there. That's all the black guys I know.
Yeah, that was the only black guy
Cam
there.
wasn't there, so it was those.
I
only
remember
two.
absolutely balling out that day. I remember being.
We ran it back. We did threes.
We ran it back, dude. We were hooping on motherfuckers, and then the next day I could not stand up straight.
I remember that.
My hips
went-
hurt so bad because I can't turn the explosiveness off.
No, you're a high-powered athlete. It's
When
a
I'm
thing that you have to live
driving
with.
the hole right and I spin back left, I'm going to jump as high as I can and finish with my left.
He dunked.
I did dunk.
It was pretty fucking
I
cool.
can dunk. Nobody knows. That
I
can
really
dunk.
appreciated the dunks. I appreciated the. What else did we do? Well, you carried the team, and then I got to look good.
I would say that I did carry our team, and I was happy to do so.
Jack was surprisingly hitting some too.
Jack surprisingly can knock down a couple jumpers.
He's got weird. He moves the ball weird.
He's a guy who learned how to play basketball late in life. You can always tell.
Yeah.
Even no matter how good they get,
You don't grow up with finesse.
there's a lack of finesse that you just can't teach to somebody who learned how to play basketball when they were 21 years old in the military.
Well,
it's just impossible.
That's where you learn.
Exactly.
They're in the military. They'll shut the power off, and you go, well, now I just have to play basketball.
The jump shot's not right. The ball handling is weird.
But you know what he can do? Get aggressive and yell.
You know what he can do? He can hit a target from 200 yards away.
It's true.
And that's
in the prone.
important.
In the prone position. I'm trying to do prone position a lot more just in my life.
what?
Just things.
Eating pussy.
Eating pussy, getting like a sniper. I put my ass in the air, fellas, straight as hell. And then I like to do. What else am I doing the prone position for? Playing with my dog. I'm getting photos. I'm getting low to high photos.
Sometimes. Low to high photos of the dog, or
Both.
yeah, I'm getting low to high photos.
Sometimes the dog's getting low to high photos of me.
Sometimes I will find myself just laying on the bed in prone position, looking at my phone,
Trying to fix my anterior pelvic tilt, so I'm going low to high a lot.
legs spread.
Yeah, that sounds
Kinda
about
just
you.
Dick pressed against the bed, not in a
Kind
sexual
of nice,
way. It's
though.
just there. Yeah,
No, it's kind of nice. A nice little pressure. Pressure test it.
It is. Have you ever humped a bed to completion?
I used to nut in my bed.
Wait, really?
Yeah, when it was like things wouldn't even come out. I was so young.
Wow.
I mean, I'm
cool.
talking like 3rd, 4th grade. I was humping it to Icky Vicky.
What's Icky Vicky?
Icky Vicky. Timmy Turner.
Oh, fuck. for
Fairly
real?
Odd Parents. I would jack off
to a cartoon you were nutting.
Yeah, it was the only time I ever jacked off, and I was like, Vicky's kind of got a set on her. Google Vicky's tits.
No, Vicky's tits. Vicky's tits. I think didn't exist.
Well, they were
And if I
16-year-old
did-
tits, so let's
if we
not
did-
Google.
Oh,
them.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll get us in trouble.
But she was a cartoon. So
True loophole. And now
Loophole, Google it,
And
no.
that movie came out, or that show came out in like 2001. She's an adult now.
Yeah.
Those are adult tits.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Put a wrinkle under her eyes. Those are adult tits.
I did. Do
Do you think she's got lopsided nippies?
Once.
What about big areolas on small tits? How do you feel about those? Those always piss me off. I don't like that.
It's just unfortunate.
'Cause I got
but
small balls,
But you know what it is yeah, exactly.
I'm not perfect
so that's,
either.
So that's the thing. You're not perfect.
I'm happy to be there.
You know, whenever you see those tits, you just have to keep that in mind. You have to go, I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
Can I tell you something?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I just in front of a set of tits. You see the areolas.
Fucking
you're
on
like,
one of 'em?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Put one in your mouth.
Yeah,
God.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I do this in a bit that I do now, but it was a real story. I was at Barton one day, and Barton, you know, that people can have their tits out.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I gotta go to Barton.
I will say this, and I feel bad because I am quoting a joke, but it's more a joke imitating my real thoughts than it is me imitating my joke right now.
Right.
It is never the pair you want to see.
yeah.
It's almost, I would say, out of 50 tits, 25 sets to be exact,
Yes.
you might see 3 in that group that you go, nice.
Yeah.
And 3 is like, it's a good summer.
Yeah,
So
that's a good day. That's a good Wednesday.
I was there one day, and there's this old lady who I've seen there before with her tits out. And when I say old lady, I mean like 70s.
Smoke.
7-something-year-old. Not a smoke. No, unfortunately not. And you're looking. You're not looking. There's not a pair of tits that I would ever see in the wild that I wouldn't look at.
Even the homeless lady with a diaper, I'll catch. I've cut a couple
look,
strays.
It's like a magnet. It's
I got those.
It's just the fact that it's
Those
like
piss me
those
off
aren't supposed to
sometimes.
be.
Yeah,
here.
you go, what are you doing?
And then you look and you're like, I mean, that one is a really sad case.
You missed her when she was newly homeless.
I heard.
kind of nice.
Yeah. That's
Damn, that stinks.
It's crazy that as a city that we've like watched her deteriorate. That's actually
We
very
should
sad.
save her.
Well, let's not
let her
talk about
No,
it.
let's let her produce the pod.
So
Have a schizophrenic producer. Halfway through, she's just Googling 9/11 conspiracies.
just Googling like, what are they saying? What are the voices saying? But so there was this old lady there with the old guy next to her, I assume around the same age. And the
Barton Springs
old
still.
guy at Barton Springs, the old guy just reaches over and flicks her titty. And I mean, he flicked it like this thing like hit her in the chin. Like it was like a serious
Like a speed bag?
It was like, yeah, like serious tit flick. And then they just giggle and like whatever. Like, and I think I was the only one who saw it. So I was just kind of like, whoa, like I felt like I was like watching. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like, it was the funniest thing I'd seen all day.
That's love.
I was like, I point. I'm like, that's cool, you know? But then it was like a thing where I just like looked around and it sucked. It was like it would be like if you saw a UFO while you were on a camping trip with other people and then you were like, did any of you see that? And they'd be like, no. You're like, no. And you're like, no, but it was there. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, you saw an old man flick an old lady's
Yeah.
tit. And
It's like
it's
a
like, no,
shooting
I
star.
watched it happen. I saw the sweat flick off of it when he did it.
It's a shooting star. You got to make a wish.
I did. Yeah. It's like a shooting star. You have to make a wish on the tit.
You got to make a wish on a tit flip.
I hope that next time it's a better set. Like that.
I pretty got. And then another lady walks by with like a nice set of tits, and you're like, well, and then you can't even tell anybody.
Well, perfect. And
Yeah.
then I flick her tit, but it doesn't move because it's fake.
Yeah, it hits back.
Fake tits.
I've never felt a fair pair of titties. I've never felt a pair of fake titties.
I've never. You sounded fucking Scottish.
I've never felt a pair of fake titties.
It depends on how well they're done.
Florida, you probably caught a lot of
when
them.
they were done. You'd be shocked how many people our age have fake tits. Like for real.
Well, probably not. I think that's probably. I bet I could guess. I mean, a lot of ladies are getting work done.
Here's the thing. I don't think. Yeah, sure. Of course.
Ariel's talking about getting Botox in her forehead.
Oh,
I went, what are we talking about?
That's
Do not
regular,
do that.
degular shit, dude. Every girl you know has Botox.
She's like, I want some lip filler. I went, listen, I'll fill your lips out.
Listen, I'll fill. Listen,
Well, jizz.
I'll fill your lips.
Go
with
into
fucking
it, dude.
Jizz.
That's crazy. I shouldn't have said that. That's my fucking fiance you're talking about.
That's the love of my fucking life. That's my fiance. That's my
I've been
wife.
doing that now. I go, that's my fucking fiance you're talking about.
No, that upsets me that she would get that.
She doesn't want to, but I go, don't do. Or she said she wants to. I go, you're not going to do that. I'm not. Not that she can't do what she wants.
We have entered the pre-negotiation contract of my ownership of you as of this week.
Yes.
So
we will be negotiating. I will be talking to your father.
we will be negotiating
cut-
what you can and cannot do.
The heads of the household will come together.
We will decide per
Me and
our,
Jack
per
will
our
come
marriage
together.
contract. No, she doesn't fucking need it. It's like,
Jackson, why the fuck would that fucking broad get that?
yeah, exactly. So it is weird. You can tell and you can feel it when girls have lip filler and fake titties.
Like when you're sucking on them.
when you're kissing them. Yeah.
Titties?
When I'm sucking
Are you kissing on titties or lips?
Oh, I was thinking lips. It is funny to be like, I don't suck tits. I just just get.
Good morning.
Good morning, sweethearts. Extra firm today.
Will you ever name titties?
No, I've never.
Yeah, me
named
neither, for
titties.
sure.
So,
Thank you guys so much for checking out the Friendly Fire podcast.
What are the tits' names?
Depends. We had, we did have, this is a bit.
You don't have to do it if it's about your fucking fiance.
It's not about my fucking fiance.
Okay, good. Then tell me these titties' names.
I had a lady in my past whom we will not mention, whom we won't name her name.
Yeah, probably not.
We called one of her tits Phineas and the other Ferb.
Were they pointy or something?
No, it was just sort of a bit one day that she was a fan of Phineas and Ferb. No, that's Phineas, that's Ferb.
I thought you meant a long one and a round one.
Yeah, that's good.
It would've been a
Look
good
up
bit.
Phineas and Ferb
Yeah.
real quick. No, yeah.
And then and now imagine them as tits and you decide what you want with that information.
That's.
Yeah. So now,
I mean, God bless if her tits were
I
shaped
kind of
like
look
that.
like that motherfucker. What the hell is that?
You got a Ferb looking. You're a Ferb.
Ferb looking ass.
Ferb looking ass.
Hey, triangle head ass.
Triangle head ass.
I tell you what,
boy.
guys. Well, that is got to do it for us
Yeah,
because we have to record
bye.
a second episode. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Friendly Fire podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun thing. We always read all the comments, so please keep commenting. And other than that, make sure you follow us on social media as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.